To tackle cutting up scraps, I take everything to my ironing board and I press it right as I select them so they're ready to cut. As I'm digging through my bin, I keep a ruler next to me that is at least the size I need so I can double check. Any pieces I don't want just get tossed onto the floor. Once I've got a big stack, I'm ready to cut. I pull out my rotating mat and I like to put a piece of tape on my ruler to mark the lines that I'll be using. When cutting from fabric that I need to square up first, I place the tape about 1/8 to a 1/4 inch larger than my desired cut size. This makes it so much easier to know right at a glance exactly where I'm going to cut without having to find my cutting line each time. Now I place my scraps on my cutting mat, trying to line up two sides of my scraps, the left side and the lower edge. I lay them slightly overlapping the cutting lines on both the left and lower side so that when I get to cut on those lines later on, they'll be trimmed square. I continue stacking scraps, again trying to line up the left and lower edges with each other and making sure that they all slightly overlap that cutting line on my mat. Once you've got about 4 to 6 pieces, it's time to cut. I line my taped edge, remember, which is slightly larger than my desired side, along the two edges of my scraps. Remember, you have to have them a little bit too big so you can still square up those other two edges. Rotate your scraps and cut your remaining two edges, this time lining up the actual desired cutting measurement on your ruler, and trim away. And there you have it, all those beautiful cut up scraps.